Bharati News.
Esteemed Professor M.N. Huda, Director of this institute, wonderful panel members, esteemed media academicians sitting in the panel, and faculty members of this institute, and its young, bright students with dream in your eyes and smile on your lips, and wish to make it big in media and other chosen field. So, Ram Ram sabne bhai, क्योंकि यो पंचायत से, right? So a bit of Haryanvi is also necessary. नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, आप सबका इस पंचायत में स्वागत है। विषय मीडिया और लोकतंत्र। एक प्रश्न बातचीत के दौरान शिवाजी सरकार सर ने कहा, क्या सरकार है? मैं उनसे पूछता हूं, क्या मीडिया है? और मुझे ध्यान आता है कि 2020-21 में दिल्ली आते वक्त दिल्ली के बॉर्डर पर एक लंबा आंदोलन किसानों का चल रहा था, और उस आंदोलन में जब गाड़ियां रुकी हुई थी, मैं उतरकर अपना कैमरा लेके, छोटा सा कैमरा था, फोटो खींचने लगा। 3-4 जने भाग के आए और कहा, कौन सा मीडिया है भाई? विच मीडिया आर यू? मैं बोला, क्या जानना चाहो है भाई? बोला, असली आड़ा है या गोदी मीडिया है? Now, when I relate this question, and I've seen a cartoon which says, which media are you representing? Which party media are you representing? These are the questions which are coming in this time which is highly polarized. Time where media is not media, it is agenda-driven narratives. So in this backdrop, and in the backdrop of corporatization of media, this discussion becomes very important, very important. I remember the words of late Pranab Mukherjee, the then President of India. He had said in one of his speech as President of India, democracy means discussion, debate, and dissent. And now, flash forward to the present times, what is democracy now? So, debating all these questions, we'll be talking about the issue media and democracy. So, we start with the most handsome man on the panel, tall, lanky, this wonderful looking Sachin ji, Dr. Sachin. So, we start the cricket match with this opening batsman, Dr. Sachin Bharati, who has worked with National Institute of Fashion Technology, presently with GGS IPU. Now, Fashion 2 is big news. Fashion 2 is now part of the whole conundrum called media, जो हमारी विद्या बालन ने फिल्म डर्टी पिक्चर में कहा था कि एंटरटेनमेंट एंटरटेनमेंट एंटरटेनमेंट, सिर्फ एंटरटेनमेंट। तो वो मीडिया क्या है, आइए सचिन भारती जी से जानते हैं।
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sunit ji. First of all, I would like to thank Professor M.N. Huda sir for giving me this opportunity to talk to the young and dynamic students of Bharatiya Vidyapith Institute. And I would also like to, thank you, sir, for, giving me this opportunity to talk with these minds and young, bright students. The personalities on the dais, Professor Shivaji Sarkar Saab, Professor Pitabas Pradhan ji, Professor Hemen Joshi sir, Dr. Durgesh Tripathi sir, and Mr. Sunit Mukherjee. I will be talking about the role of media with reference to New Education Policy 2020. There are very theoretical aspects to it. When you read the New Education Policy 2020, there are so many things there. But I would like to draw your attention to the very few and basic important ingredients of the policy, which says that we should aim the technology, use of technology in teaching and learning process. This is one very important thing. Another very important thing which new education policy talks about is, the use of online educational resources and most massive open online courses. If you have these types of digital resources available, then students who are not in the metropolitan cities, those who are in the remote areas, they can access to these resources and they can learn the fantastic lectures by the experts of their areas. And government is taking emphasis on creating these types of digital contents in a period where we are all living in the contemporary times, and you all have seen the COVID times where online education become very important and pertinent, and we all learned and we all taught in the times of COVID through online media and through different platforms like Zoom meetings and Google Meets and so many other portals like WebEx and all that. But I would like to tell you one thing which we sometimes do not give very much attention to it, which is this device called the smartphone in your hands. When you produce something, I would like to draw your attention to creating of these digital contents. You have so many devices for that. You have cameras, digital cameras, you have digital single lens reflex cameras, you have mirrorless cameras, you have video cameras, and so many other devices. You need basic infrastructure for that, studios, online things, and editing and everything is required for that. But I would like to tell you one thing, you all have these smartphones in your hand. If you use those smartphones in a manner, then you will be able to capture and you will be able to make these online contents yourself. Because you read media and you read a lot of things. You people are using these different devices, these high-end smartphones, these high-end cameras, these high-end video cameras, still photography cameras and all that. But if you are using this smartphone, you have all the facilities in your smartphone itself. You have the capability of shooting high resolution digital images still in a manner of still. You have capability of shooting videos, high resolution videos. You have capabilities of shooting high resolution audio. And you at the same point of time, you have capabilities of shooting high resolution cinematic footages with these smartphones. But sometimes what happens when you use these devices, you do not have that much of idea that how to use those to make a program or a footage look like a professional one. So I will try to give you some tips which will be very helpful for you to use in the times to come. When you use a smartphone, you sometimes think that this smartphone has, say, 40 megapixel camera or 30 megapixel camera or a 50 megapixel camera. These days, smartphones give you sometimes 108 megapixel camera, even 200 megapixel cameras are being offered by the companies like Samsung. So one thing I would like to draw your attention to is these megapixel and all are all marketing gimmicks. You need not to go into that. Megapixel is important, but they are important only when you are taking the printouts of your images which you are taking or capturing. What you have to take care, you have to take care of the kind of lenses those smartphones are using and the size of sensor they are using in these smartphones. So be very careful what kind of camera or smartphone you are using. Be very careful the sensor size and the kind of lens they are using. One thing is this very important. Second, when you are taking an image or maybe a video or a cinematic image you want to take, make sure that do not shoot anything when the very harsh lighting conditions are there. Harsh lighting condition you should avoid because of the dynamic range. The dynamic range are not well tolerated by these smartphones. You need bigger sensor sizes for your high dynamic range. So shoot in the first part of the daytime or maybe in the evening time. So when you shoot in the optimal lighting conditions, your photographs or your videos and your cinematography is going to be marvelous. Second thing, whenever you are shooting an online program, maybe a video for your YouTube or maybe any kind of other program, we never give attention to the sound. So you can use very basic microphone from Boya, which is available say 100 rupees or 150 rupees, and you connect with your phone, this Boya microphone, and your sound quality is going to be tremendously nice. So make sure to use those microphones when you're using these types of phones. So if your sound is fine, then your program is going to be understood by the people who are watching your videos. Sometimes we give attention, we pay attention to the kind of video. It is high definition video, it is full high definition video, it is 2K, 4K video, and even more than that, but we never pay attention to the kind of sound we are recording. So be very sure when you are shooting, use a good microphone, good, not a very costly microphone, but a good microphone which can capture your sound, and a lapel microphone will do the suffice for you. So shoot in the silence room. You never need to use a studio for that. You can shoot it at your home. You can shoot in the night times when the noises are very less, and you can only use a bulb light or a torch light. Use two lights, one light as your main source light and another light as a fill light. So you would be able to, you know, eliminate all the images which are shadows which are created by the main key light. So if you use these 2-3 things, then you would be able to, you know, take and capture a very good footage. There are people who will be telling more about you the nuances and different types of theoretical inputs with related to media, the responsibilities of media, and what National Education Policy 2020 says. But I would like to give you some technical tips which will help you a lot. If you use these smartphones, you would be able to take good photographs, nice videos, and nice cinematographic images. You would be able to, you know, make and upload on different platforms if you use these types of things. And there are other things also. There are many video editing features and many still photography editing features are available freely in the forms of apps on the Google platform, on the Play Store, and on the iOS also. So you can download as per your requirements you want to use. Download those applications, and you can edit photo very nicely. You can edit videos, edit cinematographic things, and you would be able to, you know, make a very professional looking product in no time. And you don't need to invest in that much. You would be able to create that footage, that clip, that photograph, that audiovisual production in no cost, I am telling you. I have been making these types of audiovisual productions. I have been teaching these types of audiovisual productions to my MA students in my university. And I tell you, if you start shooting these programs, if you start shooting these still photographic things and cinematic things, you would be able to produce very nicely, beautiful looking, professionally programs which can be, you know, uploaded to the platforms like Netflix. I am telling you, Netflix have a minimum format and standard. They demand a film to be maybe in a full high definition mode, or sometimes in a 2K or 4K mode, and all these things are available in a smartphone. Even a very lesser price smartphones available in the market, they give you the facility to shoot in the high definitions even in 2K and 4K, and all these things are there, but you have to use those things in a very optimal manner and optimal situations. So these things, if you apply, you would be able to, you know, make professional quality, professional looking images, videos, cinematic images, and you can edit within your phone itself. So these are very simple things if you apply, because everyone is having a smartphone and do that. So these things will contribute to create good programs, and that is the reason by the increasing number of these smartphones, we are making n number of films, we are making n number of audiovisual programs, still photography programs, and so many other things. The products are more, and people are, you know, making many things, making many programs, and they are uploading on YouTube, and people are watching those, learning. You can start your own YouTube channel. If you have any skill, if you have any knowledge, you can share it with the people, and you can even earn. There are students who are making good amount of money. They are doing all such things in these times, and this is the time where all these things, I used to say 15 years before that, these big cameras are going to be eliminated in the times to come. People will shoot films with these smartphones, and it is happening these days. There are institutions, there are film schools which are celebrating film festivals, purely shot on smartphones. There are institutions which are, making films. Students are making films with the help of a smartphone, purely shot on a smartphone, purely edited on a smartphone. And the quality, you cannot tell, even if you see the screen, you cannot tell the difference between the image quality of a smartphone and the image quality of a professional digital single lens reflex camera or a film camera. Maybe you can compare it with the quality of a red camera or maybe a Panavision camera or an Reflex camera with the quality of a smartphone. And these technologies, these things are going to be increased and going to be nice in the times to come. But the point is, if you learn the techniques and technologies, how to use these things nicely and properly, optimally, then you would be able to shoot these things with a cheaper smartphone also. So these are very simple little small tips for you as a students. If you apply those, I hope that you would be able to shoot nice products and you can contribute a lot to new education policies. Online educational resources may be increased and you can share your own vision, own understanding, own likings, and this will help other students who are not access to like cities like Delhi or Mumbai. They are in the remote areas. They can access your videos, maybe other things, and they can learn from you and you can give answers to those queries. So it is a very great tool. It is a very powerful tool. Use it and use it for the betterment of society, for the betterment of students, and you have all the power with you. All right. So these are few things I would like to discuss with you. If you have any question in your mind, you can ask, or maybe I don't know how it is going to, maybe in the end. So I end my discussion with this, and if you would like to ask anything, you can ask later on also, and anytime you can ask, and I would like to answer your queries, your questions. And again, thank you, sir. Thank you, Huda, sir, so much. It's very indeed a pleasure talking to you people, and your institution is very nice. I have just seen the infrastructure here. You people are very lucky that you have such kind of infrastructure. The kind of studios I have seen very few institutions with such kind of wonderful infrastructure available. Make use of these infrastructure, learn a lot, read a lot, and I wish you a happy, successful career ahead. Thank you so much, dear friends.